everybody. Hope that you had a nice break and that you were able to relax and enjoy some time with family and friends. Um, for today, you are going to be doing a journal, reviewing Acts 1 through 3, reading Act 4, and then we have an activity that's actually not due until Friday, but I do just want to talk about it briefly. So the journal is pretty self-explanatory. The prompt is just a goal that you have for yourself in the last 2 weeks of the semester. Because if you remember, our semester is not over yet. It doesn't end until the 14th. So you still have some time to get your grades up. Um, then this is just a YouTube link. It's just going to go over what happens. It actually goes through the whole play. So you want to stop it at 5:07. That's when Act 3 ends. And then you're going to read Act 4 independently. So on your own, the study guide is linked here, just like we've done in the past. You'll answer some questions and then you'll write a brief summary. Act 4 is very short. Really, scene 1 and scene 3 are really the only ones that are even at all long. So it really shouldn't take you too long, maybe 40 minutes or so. The audio is about 20 minutes. So if you add in some time to answer the questions and so on. The audio link is right here if you'd like to use it, and then the link to the text is right here. But what I mostly wanted to go over was this Acts 1 through 4 activity, and this is just an opportunity to sort of creatively express some of your understanding of the play so far. So there's 4 or 5 different options, and you just have to choose one. So don't feel like you have to do more than that. Just pick which one of these appeals the most to you. So the first one is to create a visual representation of a scene. So it could be a collage, a painting, a drawing. You could use Canva, you could use Google Drawings, or you could actually do it on paper and then submit a picture of it. You need to use color or shading. So I know some people who are artistic like to do, pencil drawings. And that's fine as long as, it like has shading and you can tell that it's intentional. Just a little pencil drawing that you sketch in like 5 minutes is not what we're looking for. If you're not artistic, like I am not, I cannot draw, so I would probably choose a different option. So if you're not very artistic, maybe don't choose this one. And then you want to write a short summary of the scene either on another doc or another sheet of paper, and that could be just like a few sentences of what's happening in the scene. The next one is to create a comic strip to summarize the main events of a scene. So again, you would pick one of the scenes that has happened in Acts 1 through 4. It could be any scene that you want, and you would use storyboard that, just like I think we have. I actually can't remember if we've used it in pre-AP or not, but it's very simple. It'll walk you through it. And you just create a storyboard that has 6 frames. It uses colors and you should have a title that indicates what the scene is. Your character should have speech bubbles and a description of what's happening in each frame. The next option would be a character poster. So this would include a direct quote that exemplifies the character's personality, at least 3 adjectives describing the character, and an image that represents the character in some way. So you can't just like use a picture from the movie. You need to have like some kind of image that represents them or symbolizes them, right? Because we're wanting to move beyond just like a surface level comparison. So you could hand draw this. You could use a technology tool to do this. So you can really get creative with that. And then the last one, this one is always fun. You can make memes about Romeo and Juliet. So you would need to create at least 3. They need to be like reasonably school appropriate. So like I understand memes are always like a little bit like off color or crass in a way, but like obviously like just not, you guys know what school appropriate and not. So just I understand that they're jokes, and so sometimes they're like a little bit like approaching the line, but don't cross the line. You know what I mean? And they need to show your understanding of the text, so they need to make sense. Like they can't just be random. And there are some meme generators out there. This is one. You can use Google Drawings. I've seen people use Preview or even Google Slides. And I know there's tons of other meme generators out there. This is just one that I think actually works on the school Wi-Fi. Some of them are blocked. So, and then if you have another idea of something that's creative that you'd like to do, you just need to run it by me first. And as long as it matches sort of the theme, like the gist of what we're doing, then that would be fine. I do have a slideshow here that has examples from prior years so that you can kind of look through and get an idea of what people have done, obviously not to copy them. But you can at least see sort of what some people have done. So let me pull this up real quick and go through them. And this is linked so you can look at it too. Maybe. Okay, so here's a visual representation. So this is obviously the balcony scene. Someone drew this. It's very lovely. You can tell that they put time and effort into this, and then they would have described the balcony scene on the back. This is an example of the comic strip, so it's explaining what's happening, and then there's quotes, speech bubbles of actual text from the play. Create a character poster. So here you see a drawing of Tybalt. You wouldn't necessarily have to do a drawing. I've had a student in the past that wrote Tybalt really big in the middle and then had like devil horns and a devil tail coming off of him to like show that he was angry. So it doesn't have to be a picture of like a drawing of the character. It can be something that symbolizes them as well. Memes. So there's several examples of memes in here. The only thing that I would caution you with memes is that there's a lot that you can find on the internet. Like this one, I just like these ones are from students, but like this one, I just took from the SparkNotes Instagram. Same with this one. So just be aware that like I can reverse image search just as easily as anyone can image search. So, and I've seen a lot of Romeo and Juliet memes in my day. So, just make sure that you're using like your own creativity and your own sense of humor. Like, just don't copy them off of the internet because it'll be pretty easy to tell. Okay. So again, this is not actually due until Friday. You're graded on creativity, neatness, and your understanding of the text. And so you can continue working on this all through until Friday when it is due. If you have questions, I do have a Zoom Q&A time. I'm not going to be going over the text in a Zoom today just because you're reading independently. But I do have a question and answer time. So if you do have questions, you can hop on and I can help you, or you can just email me. So the Zoom Q&A will be open from 8:15 to 8:35. Have a great day, guys.